And welcome to this new edition of Today's Youth. In this edition, we'll be meeting with a young female Egyptian Taekwondo champion, and she was included in the 2013 Hall of Fame. We'll be meeting with her right after this short break. Maher is the first Egyptian, Arab, and African female Taekwondo athlete to be included in the 2013 Hall of Fame, the most prestigious event for martial art athletes worldwide. Maher was honored for a distinguished career record, which includes winning over 120 medals and cups in regional, Arab, African, and international championships. Caroline, or Carol as most of her close friends call her, reached the peak of her career when she was ranked third on the world in 2009 in the flyweight category. 2 years ago, Maher became famous for something much different, the first female athlete ever to win a case against the World Taekwondo Federation. Also, the Court of Arbitration for Sports ordered the highest compensation in the history of sports, $20,000 US. Welcome back, and we're joined today by Caroline Maher, international Taekwondo athlete and champion. Thank you, Caroline, for being with us.
Thank you, it's my honor.
Caroline, would you tell me first about your education, your background, before we go on to your major Taekwondo sport?
Yes, sure. My name is Caroline Maher. I'm a Taekwondo athlete, supposedly professional, because we don't have really professional athletes in Egypt except in football.
Right.
And I graduated from the American University in Cairo.
Right.
And I'm currently studying my master's degree, MBA.
What did you study? What was your major?
Journalism and mass comm.
Mass communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a major in integrated marketing communication. And now I'm studying my master's, my MBA.
Right, and how did you cope between your education and training, of course, for Taekwondo? I know that as a champion you must have been training for very long hours. How did you cope throughout your education at school and during the university years? How did you cope between training and education and studying?
Actually, of course, my mother and my parents helped me in prioritizing and scheduling and time management. I started really early. I was 10. So my lifestyle totally changed, but I was good at school and at university. I graduated from school with a GPA of 4, and I was honored a special award for being both academically and on the sports level for being good in both. So I was awarded a special award in my commencement from high school. Also, I was the second runner for the Parental Association Cup, an award in the AUC at the commencement for coupling academic and sports achievement or any other extracurricular achievement. So I never faced a problem in that, and of course with the support of my parents.
Right. How about Taekwondo? Would you tell me when did you start playing Taekwondo, and what was your, how did you start liking this sport, and when did you start, at what age?
Okay. I started at around 10 years. I was 10 years old at shooting club. I used to go just to watch my friends at first, and then my mother told me, why don't you join them, and it's good to play sports. So I thought, why not? And then I started playing and after a month the whole team was traveling to Germany to an international championship. So
after 1 month, after you started 1 month?
Yeah, 1 month or 2 months. So my parents encouraged me to join and to participate in this championship in Germany, and a lot of parents told my mother, don't let her go, she's going to get injured and that's not safe. But she wanted me to take the experience of traveling on my own for the second time, right. And at the same time to participate in a championship. That was the first international championship for me. So I went, and I barely even knew the names of the kicks because we have a name for each kick, but I got a silver medal, and that was a...
At your first
international
participation, you won a silver medal.
Yeah, that was in Germany. So that was a surprise for everyone because we had even a lot of experienced players who lost from the first match. So that was surprising.
Yes, of course. Did you ever play sports before you started taekwondo? I mean, before 10 years old, you started taekwondo. Did you ever play sports before that?
Yeah, I played gymnastics. I played swimming, and I was also good at tennis. But I never played any international participation in any of those. I was just playing somewhere for fun and some for just on the national level. But I never participated in anything.
Right.
Internationally.
Did you ever feel at the beginning that this is a very violent sport or something for girls?
Yeah, at the beginning, my mother always told me that I was afraid to get kicked in my face, and I was always scared. And however, at first I thought I didn't really know and understand everything, so I thought it was a bit violent. But then, as I understood the techniques and everything, I started to look at it as sort of an art. It's artistic, martial art. So it's very artistic in my opinion now. Since I understand everything in it, I love it.
Did you ever had any injuries or any,
a lot
bad
of
accidents
injuries, yeah.
throughout the years?
Yeah, a lot of injuries. Yeah, I had torn muscles. I broke my hand twice. Recently this year I had a strong injury. It kept me like 6 or 7 months off the mat. I had a sprained ankle from the 3rd degree. It was really strong. Yeah, but I'm back now.
Right. And when did you start feeling that you're going to be a big champion in taekwondo? And how did this affect your life?
It came with the flow. It wasn't really planned. When I was 10 and after participating in this championship, I took a challenge because a lot of people said, oh, it came by coincidence, it's just by luck, she didn't really do enough efforts. So we had the national championship. It was 1 or 2 months later. So I said I'm going to train hard and I'm going to prove to everyone that I'm a champion. It's not a coincidence. So after 2 months I trained really hard and then I got a gold medal. And almost a year later I joined the junior national team, and 2 years later when I was only 13 I started training with the senior national team who are over 18. So I felt from the beginning, from the first year, that my mother is the one who supported me and made me feel so that I'm a champion since I started.
So your mother was the one who gave you support throughout your career life as a taekwondo athlete?
Throughout my life in general, since the day of my birth, yeah. She's always there for me at every second.
Right. And how did you start your how did you start your participation in international events?
At first, when I was at shooting club, we participated every year in one championship, and my parents also supported me by when we traveled every summer to the US, so they let me and to Canada as well, so they let me participate in another 2 championships while we were over there, and that gave me a lot of experience and playing with different people from different countries. And then when I joined the junior national team, I was on all the championships in the junior and the senior national team. So I traveled like 7 to 10 championships every year.
Right. Before talking about your trophies, the trophies that you earned, and before talking about how did being an international champion in taekwondo change your life, we're going to go for a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back, Caroline. Would you please tell me about the most important trophies that you earned, and what was the very special trophy that you received?
Actually, there are 2. The first trophy is this year. I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm the first Arab and African female ever to be inducted, so it was my honor because that's the highest award any athlete could ever achieve. And at my age, I think it's a huge achievement, and I'm thankful and grateful, alhamdulillah, for this award. Also, when I was almost 14 years or 15, I got 5th place in the World Senior Taekwondo Championship, and that's for over 18 years old, and I was only, I was just turned 15 or 14 at that time. That's the first age ever allowed to join in the seniors. So that was a huge achievement for me at the time.
Right. Caroline, I would like to know, how did being a champion change your life, change your look to life? How did it affect you as a person on the personal level?
Actually, it changed my life a lot. I think I manage my time in a different way than other people, so I'm always trying to be very efficient and very quick. It taught me how to always manage my time and to be on time, and I just try to finish everything in such a short time.
How to cope between your training, your education, your personal life. It's not an easy job.
Yeah,
right?
because I have almost now 3 jobs, so I have to manage between my.
Now you have 3 jobs.
Yeah, because I'm interested in charity work.
Right.
I work in an organization called HELM for supporting people with disabilities.
Okay.
For almost 2 years now, 1.5 years. So that's a volunteer job that I have to work on. I also work in another company. I'm managing the HR department, and I'm a professional athlete. So I have all those 3 things. So I learned how to manage my time. Also, it changed my eating habits, my sleeping habits. They're not perfect. However, since I started to play sports, I had to manage everything.
Mm-hmm. Right. If we would like to talk about Egyptian athletes in general, what do you think they are missing? What does an Egyptian athlete miss?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, training, care, attention.
Mm-hmm. Well, Egyptian athletes, they're missing a lot, because when I travel abroad, I see how other athletes are treated. There's not enough media coverage except for football.
Right. So you think media coverage is one very important thing?
Yeah, of course, because
the media coverage is focused only on football.
Yeah, mostly.
Right.
Yeah.
This is true.
And we achieve a lot. I mean, other athletes in other sports achieve a lot. We have tons of champions in different sports. So also I believe that the educational system should be more supportive on every level, because I was lucky when I was at university because it was a bit flexible than other universities. However, at school and it's difficult. It's difficult for the athletes to cope with and be successful in different fields. I also believe that there's not enough care in terms of dieting. Each national team should have their own doctor, because our sports, it's weight oriented.
So do you follow a certain diet?
Not really. I mean, every athlete can just go to a diet doctor or just try not to eat or just eat. So it's not really healthy. Sometimes we try to get our weight by starving ourselves. That's not correct. Also,
just eating healthy.
Yeah, we need to have someone responsible for the health of the athletes in every national team. Also, we should have a psychiatrist, because athletes face a lot of stress.
Without cutting you off, we have some photos for you here. I don't know if you can see them on the screen. Would you like to tell us your comments?
Yeah, that photo is taken by my mother. Those are my trophies and medals.
all your medals around you and your trophies.
Yeah, just missing a little bit.
Right. A couple of years ago, Caroline, you had a certain crisis. There's also some photos still here, if you would like to comment.
Yeah, that's at the Hall of Fame when I received my
That's
my
at
award.
the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Those are other medals taken by my brother. Other medals. Yeah, another medal. That's my room.
Right. A couple of years ago, Caroline, you've been coupled with a big crisis in your career life as an athlete. Would you like to tell us about this crisis?
Yeah, that was the most challenging problem I ever faced in my life, especially in sports.